Hi everyone, welcome back to Naval Action. Here we are. I thought we'd have a quick look what's changed since the wipe and how that's affected myself. So here we are. I'm coming onto the player versus environment server just so we can learn the ropes once more and get a feel of what's changed and what's different and what's the same. You can see I've got my rank back, so I'm a post captain and halfway through to the next rank, and I have 200 gold, or 200,000 gold, should I say. Now, previously I had a fair few million gold in the bank, so money has all been wiped, and it's actually not too difficult to get some gold back pretty much straight away. What I've decided to do, I do have some redeemable ships here. I've got a yacht. You can see I've got a yacht based down in Kingston, Jamaica. I've got some forged papers which you can do a fresh start with. I've got an Indefatigable, which is the warship we looked at previously, I believe. I've got a Little Pickle, which is a smaller ship, which is also quite handy, larger than the cutter. It's got quite a good all-round performance, but quite a small ship. The Surprise, which is a frigate, which is a lovely ship. A Trader's Brig, and some more forged papers, should I wish to do that. But rather than picking one of those ships, you can pick one of those at a later date. What I decided to do was to see how easy it would be to earn money from a start, a new start. So anyone new coming into the game. So you get your basic cutter. So if you go to 7th rate, here's your basic cutter. They're free, and you can have as many of those as you like. So you can keep losing them, and it really doesn't matter. That's absolutely fine. So there's the basic cutter. It's worth remembering that ships only have one life this time. Previously, depending on the on the manufacturer quality of the ship, you maybe had 2 or 3 different lives, as it were, for the ship. So if you had it captured, you lost it, it sunk, you would just tick down one on its durability. But that's all gone. It's all one-hit wonder ships, as it should be. So yeah, any big expensive ships, if you lose them, it's a hell of a cost to replace them. So there's the basic cutter. You can get those as many as you want and replace those as many times as you want. And there's just a quick comparison with the Pickle. See, the hull strength is 638, and on that it's 450, so it's a bigger hull. It can let's have a look at the armament. So it's got it take 8 to 9 and 6 cannons per side. So this one can take 8 to 10 and 6 cannons per side. So there's not that much difference, but the Pickle is a slight upgrade. So what we did, I started with my basic cutter, and basically it captured a Trader's Brig. I know I could have redeemed one, but I captured a Trader's Brig. And from here, I've just been capturing small to medium-sized craft, like brigs, like snows, like cutters and that kind of ship, and basically selling all the contents and selling the ship, and that's how I've quickly made 200,000 gold. So that's what we're going to do, and this is what I'm going to kind of recommend that people potentially could look at if they want to earn some money. Now, the Trader's Brig is a lot better than it used to be. You can now put guns. You could only previously put, I think, a couple of guns in the rear. Was that all you could do? I can't remember exactly, but you couldn't put, a whole broadside of cannons down each side. And it's worth remembering, when you buy cannons, you need to buy the number of cannons you want to fit. Previously, you'd just buy a cannon slot and you'd put it into the cannon slot, and it would deck out the entire broadside with those, or both broadsides with those cannons. Now, if you got a 16 gun ship, you need to buy 16 guns. So that's what we've done. And as you can see from the captured ships, we have 12 4-pound cannons, 16 6-pound cannon medium range there, and we have 4 18-pound carronades on spare as well. We've got some rum. Rum is what we replace crew with. So what we might do is just split that and take a couple with us. That's fine. Stick that in the hold. Iron ingots, that's something we've captured off a ship, and we're just sort of leaving there at the moment. Right. Okay, so here we are. This is our Trader's Brig. Nothing too special, but it's square-based rig. It's quite a nice little ship, actually, the Brig. Quite like it. And we are sailing around. I'll bring the map up. We are sailing around using Tortue as our home base, which is a independent free town, which is great. As a British privateer, having these French bases around here and these Spanish bases around here, or city should I say, there is plenty of opportunity for engaging with Spanish and French shipping and seeing what there is to maybe capture. If we bring up the HUD, it's a Cerberus. It's a British Cerberus as well, so we definitely don't want to be picking on that. So what we're going to do is just sail up here a little bit and see if we can find ourselves some Spanish or some French shipping and maybe capture that. Worth noting, this is a trader's ship, so our battle rating is only 10. So we've got quite a weak hull and that kind of, and all round it's not built for combat in that real sense. So you have to be a little bit cautious if you're going to use something like this. But the good thing is, if you can capture them and do a bit of privateering with a trading ship, you do get a large hold for all your booty, which is pretty good. Pretty good. So I'm going to sail down here a little bit, see if we can find something tasty, not too big, for us to engage and hopefully capture. So I'll see you in a little bit. Hi guys, here we go. We got a nice little French snow here. Trader's snow, perfect. That's all we want. We don't want to be doing too much damage. We just want to be taking her intact and capturing the cargo. That's pretty much what we want. Okay, here we go. Combat is on. We've got the French snow over there. Get some sails up and we'll head after her. So as you can see, she normally, as I said previously, trading vessels do not have guns. The snow typically would just have the couple of cannons, the 4 or 5 cannons on the top deck, maybe some carronades there, but this one, as you can see, has got the top deck cannons, it's got cannons in the broadsides there, and it's also got its rear cannons loaded. So we're just getting some chain loaded up at the moment, and we're going to try and close her down, take out some of her sails, slow her down, and see if we can't close in a little bit. So it's firing some very erratic shots at us. Is not too much to worry about. Quick look at the top UI in the top there, where you see the ship indicator. Obviously we've got the usual hull, front, rear, port and starboard, but we've also got the inner graph as well, and that bar is pretty much the health of the ship. So when that gets low, it's going to sink, which is pretty good if you're trying to capture a ship reasonably intact. You know you don't want to actually sink it, because the objective here is to capture not only the ship but also her cargo as well. So we're going to chance the odd shot from the rear of her ship, just so we don't have to go alongside her broadsides, and we're going to be going back and forth behind her, see if we can finish her off. It's worth noting that I have upgraded my personal character with some skills, so I have double shot available. So if we have a look at here, you normally get ball, chain, grape. Obviously ball is your standard taking out armour, chain is for sails and rigging, grape is for clearing the deck of sailors and personnel, and double shot is double ball is obviously loading 2 balls into the cannons. You can get double shot as well, where it puts more powder in. And there are other things there. So I've got that, but also I have the ability to have another ship in a fleet. So yes, I can capture the ship if I choose, if we do, and keep her as a prize as long as I've got the crew. That is something that you will need to upgrade for. Not particularly a great shot there, but wasn't the worst in the world. He's got a hit on our rear. How he managed to hit? Did he fire through maybe? Yeah, he must have. Alright, let's cut back so he doesn't get time to have a shot at us. What's his sales? Sales are currently 91%, that's fine. %, looking good. A couple more of these. We'll get it down to hopefully about 60-70%, and then he can't run away from us. Where's he? Oh, there is a town over there. There's a French town. Now, can they run into the town and get away from us? I don't know, actually. Maybe that's been added? Not sure. Taking a little bit of light damage to the front and the rear of our ship. Nothing too much. Bow and stern, if you like. Get the old nautical terms in there. I probably won't try and keep nautical all the way through because I'll just make mistakes. But certainly different from the days of doing all this kind of pirating in our Renommee. They were the days when they loved that ship. We'll get it back. 78%. We'll do the turn. She has a crew of 65. We have a crew of 64, so we're very evenly matched. What we'll probably do then is switch to Bull and try and clear the armor on one of her sides, and then try and strip the armor, as I said, and then we'll start to try and strip the crew down as well. I think we're probably good to start that. Not quite ready. Snow is going pretty slowly now. In fact, we could load double ball and hopefully strip it down quite quickly. Hopefully take a cannon or two out of the rear, whatever they got there, maybe carronades, I'm not sure what they've got in the rear here. That would have taken our face off. Thankfully we survived that virtual dismemberment. Now with the sails down to 70%, she is pretty slow. But previously, when they didn't have all these guns on these armed ships, or these merchant ships, then you could pretty much do this without any trouble at all. This has made it a little bit more challenging. There we go. There's one of the cannons gone. 2 crew and 2 hull hits. Not brilliant, but it's starting to clear it down. It's also not very realistic when you think about it. These merchant ships, they weren't heavily crewed. They had a skeleton crew because obviously it was more cost effective, and they didn't have all these guns because, again, they didn't have the personnel to man them, and they would be expensive to maintain and to keep. So yeah, I don't know about that. It's obviously a way of costing money because obviously they're more challenging, and you've also got to... Only 2 hits there. Wow, that's pretty poor. We need to let's go down to slow. We've got depowered the sails anyway. Otherwise, we're just going to shoot straight past right into her firing arc, and that is not a good place to be. Try and take her rudder. Okay, we slow down a bit too much, and going almost against the wind proved a little bit too much. Right. Okay, her rear is completely shredded, so we'll put some grape into there. Go half sails. I'm sure there's far better techniques at doing this, but this is just the way I do it. I'll cut back and give them one final shot, double. Ooh, again painful. Okay, that's her pump destroyed. 7 crew and 5 hits. Right, so we'll go left, change that to grape, please. And now it's a matter of clearing down their crew. They've got 57 crew members active. We got 56. We've got 57. Now it's just a case of using grape shot. Let's try and whittle it down to at least minimum 30. Probably even further if we at all possible. She's bobbing all over the place, isn't she? Let's pick up the pace a little bit. A little bit higher and fire. Crew shock, 9 dead, 2 sail hits and shock. That's not bad. Down to 47. Swing this round. Hit her again. As long as you're patient, it's relatively simple to do. Yes, you're going to take some collateral damage as well, but it's fairly straightforward, especially with these kind of things, because this trader's snow is only a combat rating of 10 as well, so you know it's nothing. We're not going to be vastly outmatched or anything like that, so there's nothing to worry about on that regard. Ow! Fire! Only 4 that time. Let's swing her back. It's also becoming less accurate with the rear gun. He says that, and I'll probably have my face taken off again. Too high. The beauty of this, as I say, take your time. Because we've damaged her sails and her rigging, she isn't going to get away from us. She hasn't done any repairs. You see, she's 70%. I do not want to take her hull out any further than I already have. You can see that the entire stern has been shot away, the armour that is, and her health is starting to deteriorate as well because of it. So we can afford to get a little bit closer. There's a French town over there. There's not one over there, yeah. Well, she may not be able to escape into it. If she gets closer to it, then the forts may well open up. There's another town over there. That wouldn't be good news for us. But let's concentrate on what the here and now. She's got 43 crew. We've got 10 more than her, which we could probably clear them out. But why risk? To replace crew costs a lot of money, so we do not want to risk more men than we need to. Let's get a bit closer. Only 3 killed that time. Wouldn't mind having a snow, maybe not a proper, you know, snow warship. These are lovely little ships. I remember when I first got one, or the first time we played through. Such a nice ship. 36. We can whittle it down to high teens, then I think we'll start preparation for boarding and try and come alongside. Yeah, it's all. This is the good fun. This is the time you shouldn't count your chickens before they hatch, but you can start thinking about. I wonder what they're going to have. There you go. That's a good hit. 9 killed. Shock as well. So not going to do any cannon reloading. They're going to be inefficient doing pretty much anything else. So while they're in shock, we'll get a couple more shots away at them. That's going to lower their morale when it comes to boarding as well, I believe. So all round, it's good stuff for us. Five more down. Right, teens. We're in the teens. Let's start the boarding process, i.e. the preparation stuff. We've still got the starboard side guns loaded, so we might as well come and rake it with those as well as we're here. No, nothing. Okay, fine. Now what we might need to do is get alongside, and we need to slow her down. So what I tend to do is force her to turn into the wind, and that gives us a bit of a, you know, we can then try and pull the two ships together. That does have its drawbacks, i.e. they can open fire on us with a full broadside. But it's kind of, you know, the easiest way to engage on the old boarding front. The boarding mini game, as it were, hasn't really changed. It's still the kind of the turn-based number roll. Okay, no one killed that time. Alright, let's full sails. Let's switch gunnery off and get those onto the boarding prep. We can brace for them firing at us. Depower the sails. We've overshot a little bit. We can disable brace. Oh, there. Oh, typical. As soon as I disable brace, they open fire. Oh my god, how slow is that ship going? I'm doing 4 knots and I'm struggling to go any slower. Right, there we go, finally. Right, let's... I've lost probably about 10 crew now because of that mishap. But he's now turning into the wind. We just need to keep it here. All of a sudden he's got to turn a pace. Oh, we're going slow enough that we may actually get the pull together indication right now. I want to turn him, so he's got to turn into the wind. No, you don't. No, he knows what we're trying to do, and he's trying to go against it. Oh, this is so messy. Do not do this. This is completely botched. Look at him turn hard against me. The size of the ships. Let's depower and then force him to turn into the wind. Good, finally we pulled the ships together. Goodness me, that was a palaver. Completely butchered that. Terrible, terrible. But we can see we have 9 muskets, he has 5. He's got 3 marines though. 17 crew to our 42. Morale is 58, there's 34. Preparation, they've had more preparation time than us. Right, lot, should we go first time? We might as well fire the old deck guns. He's going to go for a musket volley with 5 muskets. It's interesting. Boom. Unsurprisingly, we got 6. He got 1. They're going to go brace. Let's go with muskets. Use our 9 muskets. They're going to fire the deck gun. Okay, this could go the other way. No, only 2 down. That's not too bad. They're down to 10. Their morale is pretty much shot, so we're going to do an attack. Our melee attack is going to be 3 against, well, whatever their defense is. Boom. They've given up. 7 crew remaining. We have 1. Now, so we lost 5 men in total, which is not too bad. That's fairly good boarding. The change is now we have to do the ship bit here. We can't exit the screen and go to a summary screen and then choose what we're going to do. So we need to inspect the ship and hold X. And here we go. So this is our ship, the Trader's Brig, and this is the target, Snow. She had 95 iron ore on her, which is it's not too bad. We'll shove that into our hold, which is fine. We are going to. Do we sink the other ship? We could trade. We could switch over to the Trader's Snow, which we're not going to do. Let's put 15 crew on her. And hopefully that, I don't know what the skeleton crew of a Snow is. Let's put 12 crew and we'll have 25. They're happy with that. Both ships have the ensign. Good. Now it's time we can leave combat. Okay, as the sun goes down in the Caribbean, we're just coming into our outpost harbour here. So let's enter the port. Okay, so here we are. Let's have a look. So equipment, we've got more. Oh, iron ore this time. Great. Now I'm not planning to do any crafting at this stage, so we're just going to see how much iron ore is only selling for 1 gold. So we're going to hang on to that. There's no point selling at 1 gold. We'll take that to another town, which is actually purchasing it for a little bit more. So we have a look at resources, iron ore. Is it materials then we're looking for? So iron ingots, we've got 75 of them. They're going for 332. That'll bring us in just under 25 grand. That's not too bad. We could probably get a better price somewhere else, but for quick money, that's just the ticket. Right. So we're looking at the fleet. We've got the Snow here. Let's move that to the docks. Please, thank you. So we can have a compare. So that's a class 6. Both are class 6. The Snow can have 65 men against the 60 men of the Trader's Brig. It's got 2 decks, 8 to 9. 1 deck, 8 to 9. Cannons per side. Oh, the Snow looks all. Hull is slightly less on the Snow. Side armor is a little bit more on the Snow. A little bit more on the bow. Oh no, sorry. I'm looking at what's left. So it's 1750 versus 1875. So side armor is better on the Brig. Bow armor is 469 to 438. So again, better on the Brig. The stern armor is 175 against 188. Better on the Brig. The sails are 1700 to 1750. Mast thickness 47. Mark is 48. Okay, so I do like the more cannons on the snow. We're probably going to keep the snow, to be fair. We'll repair for 315 gold. So ship repairs aren't that costly. It's the actual everything else which is the expensive stuff. So currently we have 16 6-pound guns on the snow and 6 6-pound cannons on the top deck as well. Okay, so that's 25 grand we've made. We could obviously then sell this if we wanted for another 6 grand. The snow we could sell for 7,000. So you could potentially get, although I think we got the iron ore this time, didn't we? The 95 iron ore, which we could sell for 95 gold, which, okay, so it's not the biggest thing, but previously I've got antique furniture and that kind of thing, actually from an American trade brig. And they were selling for a lot of money. I made about 45 grand doing that. So a couple of big hauls, you can easily make some good money. That one, not so great, to be fair. But, you know, it's you take it, you know, the good with the bad, the rough with the smooth. Sometimes it goes that way. We have another ship to play with. I may look to redeem maybe the Indy next time. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do. Let's get the crew. Okay, so 25 crew, it's 1,700 men, which, you know, doesn't seem too much, but when it comes to it, if you're replacing 200 odd crew members, that's going to be starting to get a little bit expensive, isn't it? Every combat battle. So we'll leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching. This has just been a little catch up. I'm going to play a little bit more, get back into it, and see what's changed, see what's what. It doesn't feel terribly different at the moment. Obviously, there are a few things. Especially with the cannons that you got to look at, that you got to actually buy the number of cannons, that kind of thing, and the duration, durability of the ships is also gone, which is obviously another big thing. But so far, I am enjoying this. Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing that's really shocking me. Still a lot to learn, and I'm going to continue on that way. So I'll leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll bring some more of this in the near future. So I'll see you there.